One of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to network marketing is the thought that you have to be a people person, or rather, an extroverted person, someone who is very sociable, someone who is great with communicating. However, most people are, rather introverted. And, let's face it, most people are just, not good when it comes to, communicating with others or, especially when it comes to, influencing someone to want to buy into your product or your opportunity. So the question is, can an introvert succeed in network marketing? Can someone who is introverted come into this industry and actually get good results? My answer to that, in my honest opinion, is yes, absolutely. In fact, I'd probably go as far as to say that introverts have a bit of an advantage when it comes to actually building their network marketing business, especially with how things are today. Now, why do I believe this? Well, before I really get into things, if you are tuning into this live, be sure to let me know who you are and where you are tuning in from. And also, if you are catching this on a replay, be sure to put a hashtag replay down in the comments. Anyways, when you really think about, how things are today, I mean, for one, I'm doing this, live video, and anyone from around the world can, tune into this live. Anyone can comment. Anyone can, watch this on a replay. And, if you are watching this video, whether you're watching it now or on, later on a replay, you basically have access to the internet. Now, the internet's really great for, connecting with new people around the world. It's great for looking up stuff. And, of course, people buy stuff online. Just about every single day there are millions of people that, they buy stuff online, whether it's through Amazon or, just about any site, really. There are millions of purchases made online every single day. So when you really think about that, and you think about, how, you could really take your business and you could build it online, this really helps with, introverted people, who have, maybe they aren't so good when it comes to actually, connecting with new people. I had like a bit of a pop-up on my phone, but, this is really great for introverts who, aren't so good when it comes to actually meeting up with new people and, talking, in person and all that stuff. And, back when network marketing was, originally, introduced, like around like the 50s or 60s, with Amway and all those old companies, it was, initially when, before the internet was so big, it was initially set up as something where, you have your products and you have your, income opportunity, and the whole purpose is, of course, to, speak with as many people as possible. They always say, start with your friends and family and, sell them on your thing first, and then, start talking to a bunch of strangers, really. And that's really how it initially started, where you kind of were just limited to anyone in your local area. What's up, Daniel? Just seeing you tuned in now. But yeah, that's really how network marketing was originally introduced. And because of this, most people, they weren't really able to, really have long-term results with it. In fact, very few people were able to get, hardly any results at all. You were lucky if you can get, one or two sales at the time, but, back then when it was, first starting out, of course, it was very difficult to really, actually succeed in the long run with it. So with how things are today, you've got internet access. You could, of course, communicate with a much larger audience of people. And, you could buy stuff from all around the world, which is, great. That makes things, much more convenient, is the option to actually take your business online, which is actually what I recommend. So that, I'd say, is, a very big reason as to why introverts could really get long-term results with it. And the other thing that you really should consider is, the other point that I really want to make is that introverts are generally, more likely to. Introverts are, I'd say, are more, oftentimes better in terms of actually staying focused on something. You see, extroverted people, and when you really think about this, the average, extrovert or, ultra, social person, that, like on like the weekends or something, right? The average person who, gets off of, goes to work, Monday through Friday, and they have, Saturday and Sunday off. The average person would, of course, think, okay, I got 2 days off. Let's call some friends up. They ring one up. Hey, yo, you wanna go see a movie or sometime later? Something like that. Should we all get together, hang out? Drink, smoke weed, do all that stuff. Yeah, man, I'm totally down for that. You know what I mean? And then, even if they have something that they should be getting done, extroverts, I'd say, are more likely to actually put something off rather than, introverts. So my personal advice is that if you are coming into network marketing and you consider yourself to be more of a introverted person, my personal advice is to actually take that and use it as an advantage. Use it as something where, if you aren't the type of person to, you aren't super shy, if you're super like shy and you tend to oftentimes you spend a lot of your time indoors, which introverts are generally they spend most of their free time indoors. And especially in my case, I always considered myself to be a rather introverted person. Throughout my elementary and middle school days, I was often that kid that used to sit, during lunch, I would often sit alone. I didn't feel comfortable sitting with everyone because I didn't feel like I really, fit in with everyone. That's just kind of how I was, in my, earlier years. And then, even, during high school, I wasn't the type of person to, be spending lots of my free time with other people. And oftentimes, I would just kind of, sit in my room all the time and just kind of play video games, which is something that, introverts are often, really into is, video games and, media and all that stuff, YouTube. That's typically what, many introverts are, they really look forward to. Is they look forward to that stuff when they, they get off of work or school. So my personal advice is, if you consider yourself to be introverted and you're looking to, grow your network marketing business, my personal advice is use it as an advantage and see how you could actually take your business online and focus on, building it that way. Now, if you want to learn how I actually, if you want to learn about the strategies that I'm using to build my business online, and you don't want to go through the, the hassle of convincing people to buy something, and you want to learn how you could actually take your business online and start, attracting an audience of people rather than the whole, prospecting one-on-one, I do have a free bootcamp you can get access to. It is completely free, and it talks about how you could essentially market your business online to an audience of people rather than, prospecting one-on-one. So if you'd like to get access to that, you can comment info on this video, and I'll, of course, send it out to you. And, of course, if you're watching it on replay, I'll probably have the link in the comments somewhere. So if you are watching this on replay, you could, of course, look for it in there. But anyways, that's really going to do it for today's topic. Hopefully you got value out of this. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments. My phone is on 10% battery. At least it's, at a time when I'm, just finishing up. But hopefully you got value out of this. If you did, be sure to let me know what you thought in the comments. If you feel any of your friends or anyone you know would get value out of this, feel free to share this with others, or, tag their name in the comments. Would really appreciate that. And take care.